Metabot, and welcome back to the Ottoman campaign in Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. So, one more month of this invasion, and my battlecruisers, this one included, will go up here and fight this German task force. Now, the French, we are actually pushing into them. Let's see, what's their army logistics now? It's back to 100% because they've got one destroyer somewhere. That is very annoying that it can just bounce back to 100% because they built a single destroyer, which is like here. Oh, the Germans have some more ships here. Anyway, I guess that French destroyer is heading my way. I can't see exactly where because the map is split like that. So it'll just arrive when it does, and then I can sink it. Anything going on here? Mark 5 2-inch guns in a couple months. That's cool. Diesel 2 in like, I don't know, 8 years. Right. Anyway, onwards. Scandinavian Revolution. Arvid Stjärna is expelled from the country. Striking some ports. I have gained West Philippines. Their invasion of northern Australia has failed. Here's that destroyer. Let's go deal with you. Let's go deal with the Germans. Anything else I can take here? Guangzhou Wan is a pretty valuable territory. So let's what's the lightest ship here? Abdul Majid. You can fight the destroyer, and the rest can go here. Let's see, invasion of Western Denmark is going well. It's gonna be done in a month. Do the French have any other ships now? No, still just that single destroyer. They did finish constructing a battle cruiser, but that will have to be commissioned first, which is going to take a few months. I would just really like to reduce them down to, you know, less than 100% army logistics, just so my army can actually do some pushing here and take some stuff. Because it's nice if I can just get territory basically for free by the army doing it, and I won't have to lift a finger. Now, let's fight the Germans. We got a peace treaty with Scandinavia. That's fine. I'm kind of tempted to take this. Just to see what it's like. And give it a refit. And it's got 9 14.8-inch guns. So it's got a 29 knot top speed. Should I let them keep Iceland? I mean, it's not that valuable. I'll probably just take it later, sometime. And 500 million. That's not bad. Yeah, let's just do this. And accept from Germany as well. Now let's get to that meeting. Here we are. Say that's 60,000 tons. 20 knot top speed, so could be like a modernized dreadnought kind of thing. Same with the rune. These got 16-inch guns. Mars. 10 15.3s. We might have been biting over more than we can chew. I'm fairly confident in my battlecruisers, though. They're good ships. Yeah. That's the modernized dreadnought hull. I'm pretty sure. Let's see, destroyers. You do not have the long-range torpedoes. But still pretty good. Let's take a look at the Germans here. I just realized my resolution has gone and changed itself for some reason. Come on. Let me just scroll here. There. There we go. Let's take a look at the Germans. That's the rune. A little bit damaged. Decent armor, but doesn't have that powerful third inner layer. Mark 3 16-inch guns. That's pretty decent. Von der Tann, same class. Seydlitz. Mark 3 15s. A little bit more armor. Stereoscopic 5. Stereoscopic 4. How about the battlecruiser Mars? Mark 3 15s. Not that much armor. But a lot of firepower for a battlecruiser. Well, I guess that could be said for mine too. We are opening fire first. We do outrange them by a little bit. And now the enemy is hidden in smoke. I'm gonna give these a radar refit once I unlock the Mark 3 18s. Gonna take that hit. Oh, sail them up this way. We're gonna be in range soon. Would be better if I had oxygen torpedoes, though. They would be faster as well. Okay, and now my main guns have switched to a couple of tiny light cruisers. That is not cool. That's secondary food. You have torpedoes, you do not. But I do. They got 4 capital ships, I got 4 destroyers. That makes targeting pretty simple. Let's just have them all retreat. They're expensive destroyers, so I would like them not to get blown up. Hopefully we're gonna get some hits out of this. Make sure they're not attracting hits to their friends. There's the enemy heavy cruiser. Also seems pretty good. Torpedoes are on target, it seems. Struck both the light cruisers. Rune has taken a big hit and is falling out of line. That may save her from the torpedoes, actually. You're getting a bit too close to your friend here. Rune takes 1 torpedo, Van der Tan takes no torpedoes. Seydlitz takes 2. Yeah, if I had oxygen torpedoes, they would be arriving much quicker. And more of them would be on target, I think. But all my destroyers are getting away just fine. Let's group them back up. In case I need them to go again. Rune is gonna sink. That's our first victim down. He's gonna sink, right? Yeah. So it's the guns that'll have to do the carrying here. can just actually score some full penetrations. Mars is also gonna sink very soon. Let's take some big ones. It's probably the end of Mars. And a flash fire as well. This time seems there's something wrong with the German battlecruisers. You're gonna sink, right? Yeah. Oh, but Oaklu, you can switch to Fondertan. We'll deal with Freya later. I don't think my destroyers will be needed to come back. We've already changed that 4 versus 2 in terms of capital ships to a 2v2. And my 2 battlecruisers are still completely unharmed. Not a scratch taken. We're firing HE now. I guess that kind of works. Secondary gun penetration for big damage. Let's see if we can punch through those belts. Or main gun turrets. Back to auto. That is the end of Seydlitz. Both of you can finish off on their town. That was a huge hit. Main belt pen. For 11,000. Yeah, they're firing AP now. It was a good idea. Now I got a flash fire on the battleship as well. That flash fire gonna spread? And cordite too. That's kind of explosive. that's the end of Thundertown. Kanakala, you can switch to Freya already. Buruklu can, well, I think Thundertown is finished off. Let's not forget about the light cruisers. They gotta be sunk too. And there they are. They are not really going anywhere because they've taken some torpedoes. And also, I'll be faster than them anyway. There we go. That's my main belt pen that I was after. They've yet to score a single damaging hit on any of my battlecruisers. Another main belt pen, and that's one dead heavy cruiser. Got two light cruisers left. .3-inch guns. I took a scratch. They're actually scratching the paint of Kanakala. That is unacceptable. Yeah, take that. That's what we get for doing 48 damage to my battlecruiser. Take 136,000 in return. And München. Last one left afloat, but not for long. These have Citadel 5s. There we go. Yeah. A little bit outnumbered, but definitely not outmatched. But did we not get to fight that French destroyer? No, it moved here. Because I would have liked to reduce their army logistics. Make life easier for my army. I pushed back my offensive against southern France. And this is not going to go anywhere, not unless I reduce their army logistics down to like 5% or so. And keep it there for the duration of the major offensive. Now you can go here to fight some more Germans. Meanwhile, Guangzhou Wan might be something I want to invade. This task force can just sit in Copenhagen. The actual port capacity is a lot more than 4,500 tons. It's just been reduced because I bombarded it. Where's my battlecruiser? There it is. Izmir. That should be enough tonnage for that invasion. Well, let's see, do I have anything suspended? I don't. But I've got this battlecruiser, the Scandinavian one, these. Let's see what we can do about this thing. It's a 1922 design. Okay. There are a couple of things I want to do to it. I can already tell. But will the game allow me to do it? That's the question. Let's remove these first. Okay. And the torpedo tubes. Still got two. There we are. Take away you. Okay, and we had some more. Oh, gosh darn it. Oh. I hate that when it's just... Go away. Stupid things. I guess we're just rebuilding the entire ship now. Because the undo thing doesn't really work. Modern Tower 2. Could that be placed there? This is too far from previous place. And I cannot move the main tower further forwards. And I want that there. Yes. Now that's not ideal. This is pretty ugly and bad. But I can refit it like this and then give it another refit and move the X turret back to the aft section where it belongs. Let's upgrade the marks here. There we go. Oh, we can't fit a good funnel on this? Nothing? This one fits. Anyway. What kind of speed can we get out of this? Can we go diesel? Mm, 32 knots is possible. Can we go 34? That's also possible. Nice. That puts us overweight. Oh, this still works. Let's see. What is my flash fire chance? 3.1. 0. 0.5. That's good enough. Save some weight by going anti-flood. 2. Reduce some of that. Radar, of course. The deck armor is very thick. I'd like a bit more fore and aft. 0.5 should be sufficient. Let's go 3 on the third inner layer. That should also be sufficient. A bit more turret armor would be useful. We don't have much in the way of secondaries. And these 14.8s are pretty impressive. Now, there's not a lot of displacement left to do much of anything, really. What's my maintenance cost now? 26 million, 26.9. Yeah, that's very expensive. 33. 31. I guess we're gonna have to make you a bit slower. There we go. 32 knots. I think that's more of a sweet spot for this. Now it's a 4-month refit. Can we fit 6 inch? Yes, we can. Well, do they even turn here? They do. Like so. That's a lot of 6-inch secondaries. Right. That's a lot of 6-inch secondaries. Let's add these Mark 5 2-inch guns as well. A couple of places. And again, don't worry too much about this turret placement. It's very temporary. I just cannot fit it further back in this refit. But I can get another refit once it's done. And then moving it back here should not be too far from the previous place. Let's add some more to the actual main belt itself. Let's not have it be quite that skinny. 20 million maintenance cost. Not bad. Yeah, sure. I think that's good enough for now. I cannot move this slider. And not in a refit. Yeah, that's good enough for now. Well, that's a 5-month refit time. So 5 months and then I guess 2 months for the next refit just to move the guns in their like actual place. That's 7 months in total. That's still a lot less than it would take to actually build it from the ground up. That's not too bad. Anyway, onwards. And revolution in Germany. And peace with Germany. Yes, yes. They actually have quite a few territories. Battlecruiser Hindenburg. Yeah, they had some capital ships left. Should I take that as war operations? 700,000. I think I will. What else? Solomon Islands. Sure. And Western Samoa. I could have taken more if I didn't take the battlecruiser, but I didn't even get everything. But we're now back to only fighting the French. Where did the French destroyer go? Did it slink away again? I guess it did. Yeah, so it's still at 100%. Darn it. Means the army is not gonna be doing much. Let's send these battlecruisers back to here. I guess they can strike some ports or whatever. Now, where's the French destroyer? Here it is. Sailing here, it's gonna encounter an American task force. Fine. They can deal with it. Actually, like so. I just realized that it's probably nice to have both of these ports occupied by light cruisers because they are ports that enemy ships will sail past and they might get strike missions. So there. German battlecruiser Hindenburg. Let's see what you look like. Not too bad. Okay, I take that back. This is pretty atrocious, but at least it should be possible to make it look not terrible. It's not going to be a short refit though, because we're going to have to remove a lot of this trash here. We got Mark III 2-inch guns, or 1.4s. Mark III 13.2s. Let's have both of you upgrade Mark first. There we go. There we go. Let's just remove everything. And start from scratch. I got underwater launchers as well. One on the bow, of course. You got two more of these single... 1.4-inch guns somewhere. There. Hidden behind the boats. There we go. Modern secondary tower 1. We can upgrade you. Modern tower 2. Ooh, we can put the triangular tower on it. Can I add another main gun turret? I can. I can add a turret. I just can't move it that far. It's very, yeah. Mark IV 13-inch. Least we can do is make you 13.5. Now you don't fit here. 13.5 55s. I gotta remove that, replace that tower too. Do you fit with the modern tower 3 though? You do. Nice, nice. Eberfunnel. That's a nice funnel. And how would we look with the triangular tower? That looks too small. That's not the big triangular tower. This just looks out of scale. Oh, that's the one. Move that back a bit. Back with the Uber funnel. Let's see, are we fat? We are very, very fat. Oh, come on. There we go. A bit less fat now. Can we go 32 on this one as well? Not with semi-oil and turbines. But with diesels? That is possible. Let's have the towers repositioned slightly. There we go. A 6-month refit. That's not too bad. Spacious quarters, don't need that. Auxiliary 4 is nice. Shaft 2. Electrohydro, that's very, very heavy. Prop 4, of course. Anti-torp 4. I might keep that. And the radar. And 2 powder 3 and TNT 4. That should bring flashfire chance down to 6.3. Because we got super heavy shells. I'd rather have increased ammunition. 4.2. That's pretty good. Almost 29-kilometer range. Just realized I didn't check the ammunition choice on that Norwegian, the Scandinavian battlecruiser. We can do that when it gets the next refit anyway. Good. A bit more armor on the fore and aft belts. Oops. Main belt don't need to be that thick because we're kind of relying on the layers, but needs to be thick enough to actually allow us to use those layers. There we go. 4.7. 12 on the main belt itself. That doesn't leave us with much displacement for secondaries. We can drop down the range. Oh, the range slider. 22,000 kilometers is still pretty decent. Now the turrets need armor. There we go. 1,000 tons for secondaries. Hold on. We need this as well. Ooh, these are some funky ones. Put those there, make them 4.2s. Do these fit? They do. Now we're overweight. They're funky though, these things. A little bit overweight. Let's not do the meme quad guns. Let's these look too small now. The 5-inch guns. The 6-inch guns look more right. Yeah, I know 5.9 would be the correct German caliber, but these have been these ships have been captured. And I guess I removed the 5.9s and replaced them with my own 6.1s, which is a 155 millimeter. 5.9 would be 150. Okay, so we're a little bit overweight again. We can do that. So anti-torp 3 it is then. That saves a bit of weight. And I can probably just try not to get hit by torpedoes. And that is the best torpedo defense. There we go. The twins have a lot of mounting points. So, 7 months refit for the battlecruiser Hindenburg. But that's a pretty decent looking battlecruiser though. What's the resistance on this? Not bad at all. Let's save that. Alright, let's go. 7-month refit. But it's effectively a total rebuild, so that makes sense. Now, France. We got a couple months left of that invasion. Maybe I shouldn't have started it. Maybe I should have just gone for a peace treaty. Seeing as I'm evidently having trouble catching and sinking your last destroyer to reduce your army logistics. And they would not be a very helpful ally at all, because I don't think they even have any ships. Hey, we find you. Or this might be a different one. But anyway. Right. Balia and Bigodich. You can go away. You two can also go away. Just had to check and see if these had been given refits with radar, but no. So Izmir has to do this alone. At least she has ammo now. Having spent a few months out of combat. The Fortune. Fast torpedoes? Run out of ammo for the torpedo launchers. That means she launched. So let's just avoid those torpedoes, but maybe that will not be necessary. There they are. Nice. And a convoy battle, actually. Ah. Ooh. Is you. I haven't, mothballed you yet. Grand Anglais. 4 quadruple 17.1s. It's just too bad that this is the one getting to fight and not one of the Janissaries. This is like one of my most outdated ships. Can we even do this? It's a 42,000 ton battlecruiser. I'm not sure if we can. Oh, it's one of those things. Yeah. Yeah, no, I've seen these before. We fought them before. Alright. If I remember correctly, it's just not really that good. So maybe we can make something happen here. This thing is also in need of a refit. The battlecruiser, as we found out, cannot really be a refit. Or it can, but then the guns won't work. Because this narrow forecastle won't fit any Mark 3 or 4 guns. And also, none of the upgraded main towers would even fit on the hull. Yeah, it's quite a way out. 19.6 kilometer range. Okay, so you do outrange me with my Mark II 15s. You also only have Mark II guns. It's the armor is not... the 13er belt is quite thick. Probably not gonna score citadel penetrations. But we could go through the fore and aft belts. I think this one would be very useful for that. Could also just happen that the 16, 17-inch guns on Grand Anglais just completely butcher my 2 ships. It's a possibility. 1.8-inch guns. So the guns on the transports, nothing to worry about. It's typically not, you know, they're typically not anything to worry about, but sometimes the transports do have torpedoes, which could be a nasty surprise. And the secondaries already target the transports. We take the first hit. There we go. Several bosses actually being useful. And there we go. The flooding hits. Can slow you down to cruising speed, which is not very fast. You need all the accuracy you can get. Have you maneuver? It's pushing the transport out of the way. Using the transports as shields. I guess it's effective. And there we go, flash fire aboard the Grand Anglais. Yeah, maybe we can make this happen. And you still have ammunition. I would have preferred it if all your ammunition went up. Because you're still very much in the fight. I don't appreciate that. Yeah. Destroyed another main gun. It might be the one that was already destroyed. Let's try to angle a little bit. It's too late. Can Policus here get away? And can Sebel Bossy actually handle this? Ooh, you only have 8 rounds left for the main guns. Seven rounds left. you're out. Okay, Balkazir. Don't worry, I'm gonna retire you after this. Grand Anglais is down to only secondary armaments, but she does have a lot of 7-inch guns. It's not nothing. Punching those holes. If not for this thing having cordite, which is very explosive, I would probably have lost by now. But that flash fire really came in clutch. I can't even fire back now because of the angles. So Balkazir, you can move back in closer. Like so the bossy is doing. Need a little bit more flooding. This thing is done. In secondaries, you can target the transports already. It's quite tough, this thing. But there it goes. One huge French battlecruiser sunk. And one very old Ottoman battlecruiser deserving a spot as a museum ship. Let's just finish this off and end the video. Secondary guns being very effective at dealing with the transports. there we go. 1 battlecruiser and 10 transports. Not bad. Right. That was that. %99 only. Let's give you some help. It would suck to fail on 99% chance to succeed. France is down to 0 ships again, and an army logistics of 5%. So once again, the army can actually start doing things. But with this invasion on its last month, we might just get a peace treaty. We'll see next time. Goodbye, and take care.